Good morning, everybody. What is going on? We are back again with another episode of South Florida Gamers Podcast, episode 85. Yeah, I finally found out what episode number it is after several changes or whatnot, and making sure that we're caught up. Even though as I said, episode 69, we were kind of like one number off, but whatever.
It was just a horny episode, and that's okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. So, anyway,
we gotta do another one.
Nah, maybe in the future. But anyways, before what I was gonna say, oh yeah, thank y'all so much for watching the stream, tuning into the stream. Thank you guys so much, and of course for our listeners as well. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in, and of course sharing the stream greatly helps us out. And if you want to, follow us, go ahead and follow us for more podcast content, and then of course subscribe. Subscribing definitely does help us out, and we do have plans for future episodes, especially for 2024. I have some plans that I want to discuss and talk about and share with you all. So with that being said, let me go ahead and introduce the co-host. As you already know, across the table from me is Waluigi.
Morning, my dudes. Great to see y'all again. It's been like 2 weeks. Holy smokes.
It has. And then, of course, we also have AJ at the... Oh, Lord, we don't have his camera. No. We do not have his camera. Hold on.
It's the black screen. Like
there we go. There we go. There it is.
I was going to say the black screen like MK1.
Bro.
Oh, but that's another topic.
Bro, yes. Oh, my God. That is so annoying. But, we'll touch upon that a little bit later to talk about Mortal Kombat since it, recently came out. But, besides all that, we're here to talk about CEOtaku and our experiences at this event. Now, granted, after every major, we typically would have like a round table of a lot of people to talk about it, but this one is going to be very exclusive because this is also AJ's first time going to CEOtaku. So we're going to talk about our experiences there and, of course, his experience, most importantly, since this is his first major that he attended as a spectator. And yeah, with that, we're going to just jump right into it, and we're going to talk about, our experiences. So I'll lead it off with me. Overall, the event was great. Had a really fun time. There were some things I wish I could have done at the event. But other than that, one of the big things that I wanted to do was to volunteer for the event as a bracket judge. As you're seeing, I'm wearing the shirt that they gave to people who were bracket judges or who wanted to be a bracket judge. They would get this shirt, and then on the back it says staff to let people know that, hey, this is the person that you report to for your scores. And for me, I had the opportunity to run Mortal Kombat 1, which is the game that I thoroughly enjoy. It's a game that I love. I grew up on Mortal Kombat, so it was a great opportunity for me to be a part of being a TO for that game. And granted, I did not get to TO Grand Blue as much as I would love to. No, wait, I did TO Grand Blue. My mistake. But yeah, I TO'd Grand Blue and I TO'd Mortal Kombat 1. I think there was one day where I was supposed to TO again. It conflicted with my bracket because I had a 10 a.m. bracket. So I had to, let the, staff know that, hey, I have a bracket, and, they had that taken care of and squared away. So, it would have been more experience for me. But either way, I'm very grateful and very happy that I got to be a part of CEOtaku in some way or fashion. Of course, being a competitor or spectator at the event, you're still a part of CEOtaku. But for me, I wanted to be a bracket judge and do my part, like as a TO, since I TO here at Flynn's, and I wanted to expand my experience to other places so that way I can gain more experience, gain more knowledge on how to do things, especially learning how to run a paper bracket, which was fairly easy and very simple to follow by. So that was great, and I wanted more, but of course, the staff at CEOtaku, they had more than enough people to fill in all the spots and roles for people who need to run bracket and whatnot. So, yeah, better luck next time for me. But at least I know that hey, if I go to another major, maybe outside of the state of Florida, then I know that those opportunities will be there, like Frosty Faustings, which I may not go to because that's like really early in the year. But Combo Breaker is a definitely most likely going to happen. And of course, you already know CEO 2024, I'll be there. CEOtaku, Evo, maybe, but we'll see. You know, you never know where the future will take you or what the future will tell. So it's just going to be a wait and see. And I can't wait to continue to further go along with this journey and see how far I can go with this. So that's just my overall experience of the event. I mean, that was a big part for me, and I still have more things I would like to do for the next CEO Otaku that I'll discuss later in the podcast. But I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic to Waluigi.
Oh, wow. Good morning. So, day 0 to start off with is usually just chill. Like, we just make sure we don't forget a single thing. That's always important to get your luggage, your hygiene, like we say in every freaking episode.
Very fucking important.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Then we just got to make sure we got gas, resource stuff. Because I rode with Herbs and Four Face Buttons, which wasn't a bad ride. We were just playing some, like, Bomb Rush, Cyberfunk music or Jet Set Radio, and we were just vibing. But beforehand, we stopped at Cool Stuff TCG to kill time, because we know we were waiting for Silver and AJ to show back up, or at least, like, make it with us so we can rendezvous. Then, unfortunately, the Airbnb we were staying at refunded my buddy Parsa. That was awkward. Like, getting a apartment the same day after a refund was probably the best luck he ever had. So we just ended up like rendezvousing at the venue and just badge pickup, running casuals. That was a whole different interaction in itself. Like after TCG, I ended up meeting this guy from an organization called Safe Jump Saturdays, or SJS, named Ryusui. He wanted me to train him. It's actually rare that somebody asked me to help them with Guilty Gear because I don't really mention it. But I trained a Gold Lewis player from Maryland, and word came about for me. So like I killed time waiting for you guys by training him along with Herbs and Saki. Then after that, we actually met up with you guys like maybe a few hours later. Because you guys came around like what, 6 or 7 p.m.?
No, wait, we were there. I think we were there before you guys for day
Yeah,
zero.
we were there.
Oh yeah,
We were there pretty early.
Yeah.
I forgot. I came late.
Yeah.
I came like a few minutes late. Then we brought our setups and we were running MK. We like every year we do something different, like where we have like a specific corner in a hotel lobby.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Silver.
Yeah.
Like we brought 3 PS5s, my laptop, and we were just running. We had like a whole corner to ourselves running MK. Everybody else was running Exert, Guilty Gear, Tekken. A lot of respect to that. But it was also impressive how you guys stood there while we left to go get food, then come back. Like, you guys did not move a single inch.
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
We were focused.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. You had, like,
Hyper-focused.
top players, like, watching you guys, like Punk. Like, Punk was eyeing you guys down. It was the funniest interaction. Like, me and him were just shooting a shit.
Even though, like, we were both just starting the game. So
yeah.
it was probably nothing impressive to someone like him, but still, it's... And at the time, I didn't even know who the fuck he was, but...
Now you have a grand idea.
But now I know who he is, so that was cool.
Anyways, how was your, like, day 0, AJ?
Day 0. So we get there, and then, we hear from you guys, oh shit, the Airbnb is like, it's a no-go. So I'm like, oh, damn, that's kind of awkward. So I'm like, fuck, hopefully they find it soon. So Silverback and I decided to go to the venue, and I'm seeing the venue. I'm seeing the area around the venue first. I'm like, I know where I am. Like, I've been here before. And now that I know like exactly where it is, I'm like, fuck, I love this area so much. It's in the middle of everything. So we get down, and as soon as we're like taking in the environment, maybe like 5 minutes in, I looked at Silverback and I'm like, dude, I want to play right now.
Yeah.
I was itching because I think, yeah, we were seeing some people in the lobby playing games. None of them were playing MK. But I was like, dude, I really, really want to play MK right now. So that's when I think that's when you guys showed up. And that's when we started setting up finally. And so Rebecca and I were just there nonstop. Who'd you start with? You started with Lee May?
Yeah, I started with Lee May as because that was the character that I was using during the beta, and I was being a little bit proficient with her, just learning her special moves, some of her combos and whatnot, some of her pokes and whatnot. So I was like, I need more time with this game. I need more time with this character to make things work, because when the game finally came out, I was on, playing with Lee May a little bit online. That's when I tried General Shao when the game first came out on Tuesday, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna like this dude. Like, nah, this ain't it for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Lee May and Scorpion.
But lo and behold.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear God.
Yeah, I was gonna go to Lee May Scorpion, and that's who I was using from that time of Tuesday all the way up until Thursday. And then after, we're playing some sets or whatnot, that's when I was like, you know what? Let me change my mindset. Let me go back to General Shao. And from day zero, from that Thursday, is when I was like, you know what? I'm going to use General Shao from now on. But go on, AJ.
So me, when I first got the game, I didn't. I was contemplating getting the early access, but whatever, I didn't. First character I tried was Reptile, because he just looks so fucking cool this time around. So I'm like, all right, let me try him out. So I tried him out, fucking slow, didn't like him. I just didn't like him, so whatever. Tried second character. Actually, second character I tried was Johnny Cage, and I didn't like him at first. I'm like, I don't know. And then I picked up Liu Kang. So that's who I was grinding for some time, especially day zero. I was on Liu Kang like crazy. But then I started realizing that he's way too passive. At least I had to play very passive with him, and I didn't like that. So ultimately, I decided to go back to Johnny Cage, and holy shit, his combos, they flow better. You can follow up with a lot of shit. Has way more overheads than Liu Kang does. So I stuck with him. But for that was around what, day 2?
Yeah.
It was day 2. So
No, I would say day 0 is when you were trying out with Liu Kang.
yeah.
Yes.
Then it had to be day 1. You made the switch to Johnny.
Did
Cage.
I?
Yes.
No. That was day 2. It was. I remember it was day 2.
It was
okay.
that Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Okay,
Saturday
all
was when I switched to. So I was so used to
Playing as Liu Kang.
Playing as Liu Kang. Thankfully, I got the hang of being in a fighting game like after like years. That I managed to pick up Johnny Cage after Liu Kang rather quickly. I saw the potential on combos and overheads, and basically everything. Like, you just follow up with him a lot. Whereas Liu Kang, you kind of have to wait for your opportunity. So that's why I started getting pissed off, because your General Zhao was pissing me the fuck off. Especially with Liu Kang.
Not as bad as that one Raiden player that we played against.
Oh fuck!
no,
I'm not gonna say fuck him, because he did teach me to block everything that he was. He would tell me like, okay, so this is gonna be a low, so block low. That guy was, at first he was pissing me the fuck off, because
And I remembered that facial expression you made as I got my phone and I'm going around and you're just looking at me like.
Because I had just picked up the game. How are you gonna do that to someone? I literally told him, I'm like, bro, dude, this is like my first time playing a fighting game in a decade. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Proceeds to mollywop the dog shit out of me. And I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Like, this isn't training. For him, it was just like whatever, just showing off combos. I'm like,
That
oh
would
my
make you.
God.
That would low key make you.
oh my! I was fucking angry. But then, you know, I decided to be like, all right, let me chill before I fucking turn around and sock him across the face.
You calmed yourself and rooted yourself. And that's like a mind game.
So he did end up telling me like, okay, so this is gonna be like, this is like Raiden's gimmicks. You know, this is when you block. This is like, you know, block low, block high, whatever. So he was teaching me all that.
Okay,
And then afterwards, he was like, after this, you're not gonna be beat by another Raiden because you're gonna know
What to look out for.
what to look out for. So I was like, you know what? You're right. I appreciate it. So I started paying attention to like, instead of me trying to land blows, I started focusing on like, all right, let me block everything he's throwing at me because I'm not gonna land shit.
Yeah.
At least at the time, I didn't think I could land shit. If I had ran it with him as Johnny Cage, I probably would have gotten at least one match out of him.
That's
at least
good.
one.
That's a good mindset.
But unfortunately, you know, I didn't see him around like the other days. But yeah, day 0, getting fucking spanked left and right by Raiden. After that, you and I started running it more, like basically just hogging the shit out of that PS because people were asking like, oh, let me get in, and we're just like, no.
I knew.
Yeah,
it.
They're like, no, we're fucking practicing.
yeah, literally because the fact that
I didn't even have to ask. I just fucking knew it.
because I literally started the game on Tuesday when the game, when Standard Edition finally was available to everybody.
Yeah.
And I just been like grinding the game ever since, or getting at least let me get the time to play the game because Wednesday, I got work and other stuff I got to handle and whatnot. Thursday, that's day 0, so it's just like, okay, I need to sit down, I need to grind the hell out of this game.
Yeah, and most of these guys had early access.
Like,
I can tell they had early access. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't want to. You're coming here with your fancy ass fucking fighting stick. I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with that shit, bro.
Wow.
Like, fuck
What did
off.
I do?
I'm a controller guy. Let me fucking do this shit. Let me just practice. Go away. Like, you had your time. I know, because I know, I saw it in their face. I'm like, oh, these guys are new. Like, let me kick their ass. I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm trying to fucking practice right now. I'm not trying to get my ass. I already got my ass kicked by Raiden. I don't need another ass whooping because I was about to turn that whole fucking lobby into a real Mortal Kombat tournament.
Oh my god!
I swear to God, bro.
Yeah, but as you've as you come to notice and whatnot, it's like when it comes to fighting games, it's best to keep your cool, keep your composure, whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
when you get frustrated, when you get upset, that's when you start making a hell of a lot of mistakes and you get punished very badly. So and that's something that that could be applied to any fighting game. To be honest with you, because there's gonna be times where you may not know this matchup, you may not know how to block this mix up or whatnot. You're just not gonna know. You're not gonna be prepared and ready for it. So when you gain that experience of, hey, okay, now that I have the experience of playing against maybe 5, 10, 15 Liu Kang players, the next Liu Kang player is like, I'm already know what to expect out of you. Because I've had the experience of playing against so many other Liu Kang players or Kung Lao players or whatever, that I know what to look out for, I know what to expect, and I know how to punish your character.
Yeah.
So for you and me, it was more so just, we're new to the game and we're just trying to understand the character that we're using to the point where it's just like, okay, can we be effective enough to where we can go into a match and hold our own.
Yeah.
So I think that was our focus on day 0, was just learning our character and trying to be a little bit effective with that character.
Yeah, the whole weekend we were neck and neck. Just
I was
rolling.
watching this. Like, even at the apartment we stood at, the Airbnb, you guys were fighting each other still.
Oh yeah, as soon as we left the venue, we came right back. we stayed up to what, like 12 or 1, like grinding our characters, and we were getting matches off each other. And it was, I wasn't keeping count, but it was relatively tied like the whole time.
Yeah, because I'm getting a little bit better. AJ's getting a lot better. So we were just like neck and neck against each other.
Yeah.
like during that time, because hey, we both played the game when it first came out, and we're using this time and opportunity to, hey, let's learn these characters. Let's
Yeah.
try to get better with these characters. Let's see what I can. It's just pretty much just sharpening each other.
Yeah, and it got at some point. I think it was even in day one where I started realizing, okay, Liu Kang is very, very passive. So our matches started to become frustrating to me because I don't like playing passive.
You like a rushdown. That's
I like-
that's
yeah.
your archetype.
So I guess that kind of would lead into day one, because I did start becoming a little, or at least try to become a little more aggressive with Liu Kang. But again, he doesn't have a lot of overheads. He doesn't
have a lot of tools for you to be proficient with the character.
So like, maybe I just need to look up, videos on like how Liu Kang like truly. Even though I did, and like, even the person who created the video was like, yeah, he's not the most optimal, but you can still do stuff with him. I'm like, oh my god, all right, whatever.
I ain't never seen a new Liu Kang player yet.
I have exactly. I haven't
Yeah.
either. I was the only one the entire weekend because I didn't see anybody.
Bro, I was the only Sub-Zero.
Were you?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe it.
Anyway, so towards day one, I ended up having like my MK run.
Mm-hmm.
So I love how Silver's just like, oh hey, I was talking to Saki. You're going on stream. I'm like, what?
Stream.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh dear God. I was nervous, even though I got reverse 2-0'd. It was low-key cool because I'm just like, all right, I'm on stream. I gotta look cool. So I ran to my book bag, grabbed the podcast sticker, flashed it for like a couple seconds, and placed it back down. I forgot to get it.
It's all good.
But like, I just learned some B&B combos. It looked pretty good. I just hated the Sub-Zero Mexican skin. The mariachi skin.
Fuck, that's a thing.
Yeah, but so if you pre-ordered a game, that's like an exclusive skin, but I just find it very tacky. But it was pretty cool. I got some advice from my clan because the only person that I trained with earlier was Herbs and Alex. Or Alex is Nasty, who was a Smoke player.
Okay.
Yeah. But then,
Dude, I thought Smoke was gonna be like a top tier character, but I didn't see many. I saw some, but I didn't see that many.
Alex kind of broke it down that Smoke has some gaps, and that's where some people can read them over time. But he was doing pretty well. Then I beat a Reptile, then I lost to a Raiden who's been playing since like MK9. But it was like a pretty good match. It felt like a long, old match because I got timed out one game.
Bro.
That's annoying.
It happened.
That happened to us a couple times too.
Yeah.
And I never pay attention to the timer.
I timed Silver out a couple times. That's not
I
fun.
never pay attention to the timer. So
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that was a good time. And the funniest thing is, after the tournament, I started training Ryusui again. But the funniest interaction, we did like a 1st to 20. We were in the MK room before the tournament started, and Herbs gives him a straw hat. Butters, my own clanmate, literally walks up and he sees the score, like I think it was like 16-2, and he's like, hey yo, who is this free ass motherfucker? And Ryusui looks him dead in the eyes without realizing who it, like he thought it was Herbs. Like it was that death stare. I was crying of laughter because he's like, oh my bad homie, I didn't mean it like that. He was very defensive about it, but like it was unintentional. He thought it was Herbs because of the straw hat, and he was kind of tall. But then, long story short, it's 20-4. It was like 4:20, so I found it funny, so I took a picture. He sends it to Kribby because I explained to Ryusui that I'm his teacher. You know what he types in? And I'm watching him, and he shows me, your teacher's a cunt.
Damn.
Then I got Kribby screenshots it, sends it to me, and I'm just like, yeah, I am. Because I taught him with tough love, because I trained this boy since February, and he's slowly becoming a high-level player.
Nice.
Didn't you compete day one?
No,
Day two, was
Day
it?
2, yeah.
Okay,
Day 2
yeah,
is
day
when
two.
I competed. That's when I had my pools for Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was pretty. It was pretty good. I went up against this. I believe he was a Scorpion player.
The first one?
Yeah, my first match. I think it was a Scorpion player, and it was a 2-0, and I could tell like he was.
Oh yeah, you destroyed him.
Yeah, he was fairly.
But
new.
he was new. Yeah, I could
And
tell.
I think day one is when I made the shift to General Shao.
you did.
Yeah, day one is when I made the shift to General Shao, and I've been stuck on him ever since. And so I was like, all right, you know what?
No, actually, day zero, late day zero.
Okay, late
Yeah.
day zero
Yeah.
is when I made the shift.
When we went back to the Airbnb, that's when you said, "Fuck this shit. I'm gonna try out."
I'm gonna try General Shao
Shao,
one more time, and,
yeah.
and then that's when it clicked for me.
And yeah,
So day one, I was just grinding out, getting more, trying to get more matches in, and I think that's when day one is when I TO'd. Day two, I TO'd, and I also competed in bracket. Went up against a Scorpion player. Round one, beat him. My round two was Hines.
My clanmate Hines, Senny Hines, love a guy.
Yeah, I went up against him and I lost to him because I did not know the matchup at all. Like I was just like,
Was it Baraka?
I think so. Yeah.
yeah. I remember getting the text message. He's like, "Yeah, I lost to a Baraka." I'm like,
Yeah, that was Hines.
"Here we fucking go."
He beat my ass too. Day zero.
Yeah, because I was like, I do not know this matchup at all whatsoever. So if I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna take it personal. I'm not gonna take it hard. It's just like it is what it is. It's just the fact that I just don't know that matchup.
Plus, you fought a homie.
Yeah. And then my losers match was up against Alex Jabali, which was I was not expecting that because I knew he was in my pool. Him, Punk both were in my pool, so I was just like, "Ooh, okay, this is gonna be interesting." And then in losers, that's when I fought Alex Jabali, and he used Raiden, but he wasn't as aggressive as that one guy that we fought in the lobby on day
Whole
zero.
different player.
Yeah, he was. I would say for the most part zoning me out a lot, and then when he got close, then he would mix me up. So.
I got some stuff to teach you.
Yeah, so props to Mr. Alex Jabali for beating me, and then when he did beat me, he's like, "Thanks for coming."
Yeah, yeah. You know what's funny? Hines was the one that recorded that for you.
Yeah, I told him to record it for me.
Oh my God, where Island comes in clutch when you least need it.
Oh yeah,
when you need it the most.
Definitely. So I lost to Jabali when I was like, you know what? Hey, I gotta get a photo with you because I'm not salty about the loss. Yeah, granted, I don't know the Raiden matchup that well, but hey, I at least got to play against the person that owns and runs CEO. So
I'm waiting for my moment.
So for me, that was my big highlight of all of CEOtaku is that hey, I got to play against Alex Jabali. Granted, I lost to him. I didn't take I think I took maybe one round off of him. Maybe don't know.
Something beats a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, but other than that, I was just like, you know what, I'm just having fun at this point because I'm like, it's not often that you get to play against the person that owns and runs a major tournament.
That's really true. You don't get that moment often enough.
But especially in the tournament bracket, but if you do get that opportunity, have fun with it because that's exactly what I did. I had a lot of fun with it, and I want my run back.
I'm just waiting for like him to randomly pop up with the face, which I doubt. That would be funny as heck. Because Jabali has his own face emote. Love that guy. What else happened within day one? Did Nightbreed compete, or that was day two?
I don't know if because I know for when I was TOing, I know I had Alex in my bracket, and I told him, hey, and I told the guy about that needed people for stream. I was like, hey, put this guy on stream. Because he's island, I was like, "Yo, put this guy on stream."
Yeah, it's not.
And then I told Alex like, "Hey, you're on stream. You're welcome."
It's the Island Flynn's connection. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching Nightbreed fight in Street Fighter is the funniest thing because he is on stream, and like everyone on Island shows up. Were you there, AJ? When Nightbreed fought on stream? I don't think you were, but that was the funniest interaction.
I was. This is day one.
Yes.
I was. Weren't we running stuff or no? No,
this was day two. I'm sorry.
It was okay. Then it was day two. I wasn't at the venue that much, but when I was, No, I didn't watch the stream.
Oh my god,
But
that shit was funny.
that was when day 2 was when I transitioned to Johnny Cage.
Yes, you got caged.
It was early that day too. And when when Silver and I started seeing like his combo sets and like me practicing whatever, I was like, I had a moment. I was like, this is it. This is the guy.
You had the FGC enlightenment. Like, this is your character. I'm feeling
I'm
this.
like, yes. And what made it better is that from the very beginning, before I even played Johnny Cage, like all the memes of him that were coming out, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's literally.
Oh, that's just a calling.
I'm like, oh, this guy's literally me. And then I started playing him. I'm like, this is me. Like, I love this fucking character. So
You know how I pick my mains?
how?
I ask Herbs. I'm like, hey, who do I look like I play? That's how I play Ram and Guilty Gear, Ryu and Street Fighter, and so forth. But to tell you about Nightbreed fighting, all of us pulled up to this man fighting an E-Honda with his Ken. Like, we were talking so much shit. Even the other people were joining in. Someone's like, I forgot, this guy named Northside. Someone's typing up, they're like, hit him with the Louisiana footsies. And I go, yo, Louisiana has footsies? I sounded like Herbs immediately, and I'm like, I gotta stop hanging out with him. Because I sound like him asking these dumb questions, and people were actually responding. And then there's me just like hyping him up.
Yeah, no, you said that was Street Fighter?
Yes.
Yeah, anything that was not MK, I was not paying attention to. I was just strictly on MK, so yeah, I did not see that one.
Yeah, it was the same for me as well. Like for me, it was just more so just more Mortal Kombat. Granted, I probably got to see maybe a few matches of other people of other games, but my main focus was Mortal Kombat. And whenever there was like some downtime, practicing against someone or practicing by myself playing Mortal Kombat 1 because I was like, I'm going to use as much time as possible, gain as much experience as possible throughout this event to learn MK so that way I could be, proficient with the character. Granted, I'm out of bracket, but I wanted to use as much time as possible to, learn this game, learn my character, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah, same for me. One thing I will say that I wish I did more was try to get more matches against other players and learn their matchups. Because I got so used to your General Shao that at this point, any General Shao that I go against, I'm like, I know what you're doing, bro. I know exactly. Like, I see everything coming. Though I wanted to get more matches with you on your Sub-Zero.
I'm waiting.
Because I fucking hate Sub-Zero, that cheap-ass fucking character. But
See, the beta, they nerfed him heavily, so I'm blessed they did that so I can downplay.
So I wanted more matches with Sub-Zero.
I was waiting till you get seasoned. Like, I was waiting.
And just more matches with like, I was kind of scared of going against any Barakas because I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna piss me off.
Oh yeah, Ilo mix.
But I do want to go against Barakas just so I can
got you.
learn the matchup and have a chance. Like, I saw some crazy freaking plays. His range is stupid. I even tried him. I think there was like a couple matches where I tried him, but I just and I remember it came down between Baraka and Johnny Cage because that was the point where I said, okay, fuck Liu Kang, I need someone else, and you suggested Baraka or Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
So, ultimately I chose Johnny Cage, because the way I pick my mains is either they look cool or they just are cool, and Johnny Cage is just fucking cool. So I was like, all right.
I know his real name is John Carlton, right?
Yeah, I know that was.
That's not cool. No.
Yeah, that was like
They hit.
What?
They hit you.
Well,
when you least
is
expect
that has to be a new thing?
it. That's definitely a new.
Yeah, because like he was never called anything else besides John.
Yeah, you're not Johnny Cage. Where's the John Carlton I know?
Jonathan. I think it was John or Jonathan. One of those two. Either way.
It was still funny, but I forgot to mention with I try to do side tournaments. I learned my lesson. People can cook in puzzle fighting games.
Puzzle.
Yeah, there was a Tetris Puyo Puyo 2. I'm like,
Oh
you
my
know
God.
what? Some people are free.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I
that
got
shit.
washed 0-2, but I EQ'd myself because I was super freaking hungry and we were trying to get food.
It'd be like
it was
that.
2 setups with like 14 players.
Oof,
Yeah, I had to go. Like
that's rough.
I lost a matchup with my hunger, and being in Jabele land that is hot as heck.
Yeah,
But
it,
like,
it was.
It's dope. don't
What
get-
the fuck?
It's dope. Don't get me wrong. Like the side karaoke, the arcade machines. It's just hot, naturally hot because there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Exhibition.
But thankfully, it was ventilated
yes, it was.
because like they
thank God.
did open up that whole like wall.
Yes.
Because at first, day 0, that shit was closed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they just want to keep it away from the public.
Yeah, we
They were
looked
still,
at it.
yeah, and they were still setting things.
Yeah,
up.
they were setting up, but we looked at it. I'm like, bro, I hope they open this shit up because that shit's gonna be steamy as fuck.
I'm trying to think
Thankful.
what else happened.
And you know what? To my surprise, there wasn't a single room that was steamy.
Yeah,
I was like, thank goodness.
I know.
They cranked the AC.
proper ventilation.
Yes, man, they cranked it.
Yeah, especially the room where Mortal Kombat 1
That
was
shit was
at.
cold.
Because I remember last year it was hot because you had
Oh
most.
my God.
Yeah, because you had most of the anime fighters in that room.
Oh no.
So that room. So I remember last year it was hot. Like
That's true. That's the Smash players.
yeah. So
That
being
could
so
help us.
being in that room,
Yes.
being in that room. It was like, okay, this is very nice. It feels nice. So it was like, hey, they made some improvements from last year because
I'll take the-
I remember that one room where Mortal Kombat 1 was at last year. Oh, it was hot.
Dude.
Like,
Oh my God, I was dying.
I could not stay in that room very long. And of course, I was also in cosplay as well, too. So
Oh
like,
yeah, you had your kimono and everything on.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, bro.
You were frying.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just play my bracket, get the fuck out. This year, major improvement.
We
It
stayed
was
there
cool.
for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were there for hours, so I was like, okay, this is the comfort room. Like, you know,
Plus,
we're staying here.
A lot of things are convenient, especially Wawa. That's the real hero.
Oh yeah. Did you notice when in the main stage, the art that they had, the Wawa on the corner
Yes.
next to that?
Yes.
I thought I never picked that up until like someone pointed it out for me. That shit was very clever. I love that.
I know. Wawa saved my life at least a few different times. That was my breakfast, lunch, or dinner in some circumstances because it's cheap and easy.
Yeah, and everything was walking distance too. World's biggest McDonald's. Oh my god.
I did not go to it.
I mean, you've been to it before.
No, I have not.
Visit it
This guy.
next year.
I know. I am that guy.
It's cool. It's
I,
cool.
I forgot to mention my Guilty Gear run. I think I was like 4-2. I got like 97th out of 381 players. Didn't do as well as Tenora. Didn't do as well as I wanted to, but I had a good time. Definitely shouts out to the homie Tenora for like being nearby me watching my gameplay.
It was day. Was it day 1 or 2? The reason why one of the reasons why I wasn't in the venue that much is because I was helping out the Latino brothers gather all the ingredients for the.
That sounds like a day 1 and then you drank it day 2. I still have the video.
Was it day?
I think day 2 is when the
One-
Florida Man's iced tea kicked in.
Yeah. So that
You had one sip.
we were on a quest, just going from Publix to Publix and liquor stores, and I watched them. The entire, and you know how big my truck is.
Yes.
Yeah.
The entire back seat was filled
Like
from all the shit that they bought. I was like, I could feel my truck getting heavier the more shit we were loading in. I was like,
I didn't know you were involved in this.
yes, I because they asked me, like, oh, you wanna come with us to, not really come with us, but like, can you help us like get it? Because
Yeah, that sounds like they wouldn't ask. They would
Yeah.
just ask you.
so I was like, all right,
You're just-
fuck it. I'll let me see the ingredients, and it was a lot of.
Did you regret the decision?
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
Okay.
I tasted it, and it tasted good, and I know it was dangerous. So that's why I chose not to drink too much. maybe took like 3 sips. And then since I'm driving the whole freaking weekend, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, you dumped it immediately.
Threw the rest out because I no. But I'll say this. Maybe next time, add some, I don't know, maybe more liquor or something. Because I know for a fact I could probably survive 4 drinks out of that.
Damn.
Shit.
I know a guy that drank 9 cups that same day.
I don't drink a lot, but I only drink on occasion. But I am a heavyweight. It takes a lot to get me drunk. That's usually why I chug a lot of shit. So I probably would have chugged like maybe half the gallon, and I would have been like, okay, I'm feeling good. If I chugged the whole gallon, I probably would have thrown up.
Yeah, that same interaction. They're like, yo.
Now you know Sotu is gonna be like, all right, I'm finna clip this, and I'm gonna make sure I hold you accountable for next time.
No, yeah, yeah. There's a reason. There's a reason why I'm saying this.
Oh yeah, Taco drank so much that he threw up.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I forgot about that.
Fuck TGI Fridays. Why?
Oh yeah. So I guess like some people had some issues, some like bowel issues with.
Oh really?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't. That shit was good.
I think I did too.
I had
Really?
I had wings and ribs, and I was telling Heinz and his girlfriend Demi that I'm hungry enough to eat like a family of 4.
Expensive for horrible food.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hungry as fuck. Liquor shit.
Liquor shits.
Okay, all right. All right. Since he said that, I got to tell my story of this.
No.
Okay, because this was on day 2. This is when, after we went to TGI Fridays, then we went back to the venue, and that's when I saw Sotu and his brother Latino Flavor, and I was like, you know what? Hey, they got the Florida Man iced tea. I'm gonna get a drink of this. That's what me and AJ, we got a drink of it or whatnot. Got a drink of it. Feeling ourselves or whatnot, and I think that's when. We all left to what's the shit called? Go back to the Airbnb, and I'm just gonna also say this, that one, I regret going back to Airbnb that Saturday night because that's when all the crazy shit happens at Jabali Land.
Yes, it did.
And we
Oh,
missed,
you guys didn't go?
No, I didn't go.
we left early.
Oh, yeah, okay. I remember
And-
you
and-
telling me that you were at Jubilee Land.
Yeah, and I was like, I know I'm gonna miss out a lot. And lo and behold, next day, all the shit comes out tomorrow.
We learned our lesson.
Yeah, we learned our lesson.
Damn.
Jabali Land, stay there as long as you can because that's the night where everybody is just there, just hanging out, just having a good time.
That's true. I definitely enjoyed chilling out with the island crew. Like that was like a family chill time. We
Yeah.
had Tanara as well.
Yeah, but it was like, man, I missed out on so much because this is the one and only This is the one and only weekend that you get
Where you see-
with all your friends.
And you
at
just see
one place.
chaos. Like
yeah,
you see like controlled chaos at its finest.
yeah, and also, yeah, it was fun hanging out in Airbnb and just labbing and whatnot. But I was like, I could have done that at Jabali Land.
Yeah.
and played with so many other people as well. Like
Yeah.
I could have got more.
You chose the simplest option, which is perfectly fine for now.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah. After that, never again. I'm going back to the Airbnb. Like I should only go back to Airbnb just to sleep, shower, and get ready for the next day. That's it. I'm not going there to just hang out. Day 0 is when you can be like, all right, I'll hang out at the Airbnb. But
Yeah.
after day 1 and day 2, nah, you got to be at that
Oh
venue.
my God, this man drank acoustics.
But-
and Coach Steve at till 5.
But
I fucking love Coach Steve.
I got to tell you my experience with the Florida Man iced tea because, like Sotu said in the chat,
Liquor.
I had liquor shits too. But this was like I think 3, 4 in the morning when everyone in the whole house is like sleeping or whatnot, and then I'm just like, oh no. So yeah, it was bad. So I was like, okay, I can't use the bathroom up here because that's where we all sleep. So I went to the one downstairs. Everyone's passed out and I'm asleep. All right, good. I'm gonna be in this bathroom, and I was just over the toilet like this, just curling like this. I'm
Was
like,
it like the Beyblade where you just let everything rip?
Oh my.
literally, I'm in pain. I was like, oh my God, I am never drinking this shit ever again.
You save us now.
I'm like, this is horrible. But
Yeah, you will.
after what Tanara said about TGI Fridays, maybe that could have been the reason why I had that such a bad experience, because I had that and I also had Florida Man iced tea. And then I was like, oh my God. Then it was done.
What did you eat at TGI's?
I had pasta.
That's the most basic
What?
thing.
That made you shit? Well, with the liquor too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of. That's
See,
a lot.
that's why.
That's a whole lot of.
So Flavor,
carbs and
Flavor looked
calories.
me in my eyes like, yo, you want a cup? I'm like, no, I'm good. Do you want a shot? I'm like, fuck it, I'll take a shot.
Yeah.
So I'm just like casually like lifting my head. He just pours like a mouthful
He's
for me.
he's pouring a whole fucking cup in your mouth,
That's
bro.
that was a double shot at least.
Yeah, like I'm like, that's not a shot, bro.
Yeah, and like I'm like, yeah, I remember. I know that exact same flavor. That's the funny thing. And then I'm just like, nope, I'm not getting a cup.
Now, after the first one, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to bed, go to sleep or whatnot. An hour later, it comes back. I was like, oh,
Really?
yes, it
Oh
came.
my God.
So it wasn't once, it was twice. I was just like, oh no, not
Hey,
again.
yo, you lost a matchup with your like intestines or some shit. God damn. Like,
I was like, oh my, I felt like, it felt terrible. And I was like, walking back downstairs again, going to that same bathroom. And I'm just like, oh God.
Yo, that toilet wanted to run back.
I want, yeah.
I was like,
Dude, I was
never again. Oh my
so
God,
knocked
this
out. I
is
didn't even-
awful.
Duel 2.
I-
the Guilty Gear reference.
Bro, it was so bad. Like, Florida Man IC, listen, it beat my ass, okay? CEO 2023 in Daytona, I only had one cup. I survived that.
I had a small shot.
CEOtaku, I only had one cup. And I had TGI Fridays before that, and that shit fucked me up. Not once, but it fucked me up twice.
Noise cancellation.
And I was in the toilet just like, oh my God, I was just sitting there with regrets. I was like, bro, I'm
I
never
had the
doing this
best
again.
OS.
And this was like around like 4 or 5 in the morning. I was like, oh God, I was regretting my decisions that
I
night.
cried laughing, bro, because there's a toilet that's in the fucking venue that the door is slightly unhinged that where you have to put strength. I literally lifted the door to lock it, and I was like my own toilet for a while. I'm like, no one's strong enough to mess with this, so I just lift it with my foot closed. I'm like, boom.
Speaking of TGI, the whole time I was sitting next to CEOtaku's champion, and I didn't even know who the fuck.
Oh,
it was.
Striker.
Yeah. I was like,
Oh, that's like a good day 3 story.
yeah, I was next to him, and
This was beforehand, anyway.
I would have never guessed it. I thought that was pretty cool.
You sat next to the 4 people that cook in MK.
Oh yeah, he was fucking. And who did he use again?
Havoc.
Havoc. Yeah, thank God it wasn't fucking Baraka. But yeah, he made me consider Havoc too. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, I like Johnny Cage.
Yeah, you had Parsa, Striker. You were by Herbs. You were nearby a lot of people. I noticed that.
Yeah.
I'm like, those are like people that cook in MK. Because Blue is also a really good like player as well.
Yeah.
He was also the DNF champ.
Oh really?
Yeah, like the 4-time like DNF dual champ.
That was day 2. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
before,
day
yeah,
2,
day
yeah.
2, yeah, the late day 2, and after that, I think you guys went to Jabali Land, was it? Or no,
Day 3-ish we went.
no, we're still no. This
This
still
was
day
what,
2.
after TGI Fridays?
Yeah.
Yeah,
after
we went,
TGI
what-
Fridays,
what did
yeah,
we do?
we went back to the venue.
we were just chilling.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. We went back to the venue, and I wasn't practicing as much that day because I also had like fucking 10 different people in Orlando the same weekend, and they all wanted to see me. I'm like, all right, I'll go see you guys for a little bit. And I wanted it to be a little bit, but then like I kept pushing, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh yeah, you got sidetracked.
Yeah.
I was
You
on a
were-
side quest.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
literally were on a side quest.
Yeah, I was on a side quest for at least a night.
I died laughing because I asked over. I'm like, "Hey, you think AJ's alive?" Yes. I'm like, "Okay, yeah."
Nah, I was good.
Yeah, I know you were fine. Anyways, I just
Yeah.
to keep you in. our
like in the
thoughts.
back of my mind, I'm like, I also want to play MK, but I don't get to see these people that often. So I was like, let me kill 2 birds with one stone.
Yeah, I know. I saw you with someone. I'm like, "Yeah, let me give you space."
But then I guess leading into day 3, that's when shit got really,
Oh,
really,
yeah.
really
The top 8
crazy.
was a freaking-
Top 8 was really cool to watch because I didn't. I mean, first time being at a tournament.
And in front row seats too.
Yeah, I was like, man, this was easy to get to. Front row seat, like
Oh,
had
no,
the camera
because-
right there.
Because we immediately we didn't walk, we power ran to.
Yeah, and I watched you guys.
Because Island, we support everybody that supports us.
It was really cool to watch, man. And just seeing all the different players. Oh well.
How did you feel about the top 8?
Even there were like 3.
Even
Barakas.
though, was it 3 or 4?
Three
fucking
Barakas,
Three
two
Barakas.
Havocs.
3 Barakas, 3 Havocs.
Yeah, that shit was painful to see.
It was
And 2 Ashras.
Oh yeah.
Ashra Molina. I'm sorry.
Ashra-
I forgot about I forgot her name.
Ashras were really cool to watch because who was it?
Punk.
It was Butters that was showing me Ashra.
Oh.
And I couldn't do anything. She has so much range with that sword. So I was like,
She
oh,
has a lot of
man.
good mid-range lows and good neutral.
So there wasn't a lot I could do, but just watching it, I was like, okay, I guess I can maybe I could block that, but I'm not in the game, so I couldn't tell for sure.
You imagine yourself.
Yeah, I tried to. And still, I know if I was going off against any of those people in the top 8, I would choke. I'd be like, no, I can't do this shit. But it was really cool to watch because most of the fights were pretty close. It did get a little boring when it was just a bunch of fucking Barakas. It's like, okay, I'm seeing the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it ultimately came down to Havoc and Ashra with Striker and Punk. And that was that was really
that
cool.
match before
That was really cool
both
to watch.
Parsa and Striker fighting each other again. That shit was cool.
Parsa, that was
That's the first time you see one of my boys cook like that.
that was cool to watch too, because I'm like, holy shit, like and he was really into it. Like you could tell, like when he won that match and he fucking screamed, I'm like,
Oh, because he
like,
fought a
damn.
guy named Otto before that, and I guess
Yeah.
they had a rivalry back in MK11.
oh
So
yeah,
him beating him now,
okay,
that also hyped up. I had to hear his story later
Yeah.
because I didn't know about it.
yeah, that was cool. And the whole time, meanwhile, we're watching the MK tournament.
Oh my god, we did a lot of shit talking.
Kid Soto and I were like looking across the room on the other stage when I don't know what game it was.
Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue.
Dude, him and I were having a fucking the Tower of our Lives, just laughing our ass off because like some dude was like, he would get up on stage and like start fucking flexing, taking off his shirt. He was like, yeah, like hyping the crowd up like crazy. Just the shit talking he was telling me, that shit was funny as fuck. All while like watching a whole tournament right in front of me, like bunch of shit happened over there, bunch of shit
you
happened
cannot
over
sit-
here.
You cannot sit still at a tournament. Like
I
there's
was-
a lot of shit going on.
Like I'm here and I'm like that. I'm like, oh shit, like there's so much happening. It was funny as fuck watching the other players, and then it was really cool to watch like, you know, the matchups. But when it came down to Punk being on stage, whoever the fuck he was fighting, I was rooting for him the whole time. I wanted him to win, even though, you know, Striker won and that was well deserved because he was putting up a fucking fight.
Oh my god,
That kid was stressed the fuck out.
Yeah.
He was growing gray hairs in real time.
So the funny thing is, I still felt bad because you see the look on his face when nobody has used Ashura's fatal blow, and he didn't realize it was an overhead. And Punk looks him dead in the eyes.
That was so. I'm so
and
glad.
Striker's pissed.
I'm
just like,
so glad I caught that on camera.
Like this,
like that was a whole ass clip.
I'm so glad I caught that on camera, man. I still have the video saved on my phone. Like, oh my god, that was so fucking funny.
Like, we memed to hell. Like me and the boys were just like,
Poor kid was fucking.
like we were
he
roasting
was
both Striker
stressing.
and Punk at the same time.
He was going through it, bro. And Punk was there laughing his ass off next to him. I'm like, bro, the disrespect is so fucking hilarious. And then after, I think Soto was the one that told me about Punk and why he's here and like the history with him and like fucking everyone that was in the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? So then that's when I was like, oh, now I really want him to win because I know it's gonna piss everyone off.
Oh yeah, it definitely pissed off a lot of people. But
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised. 'Cause
I mean, bro, the dude made it to second place.
Punk eats, breathes, and knows neutral.
So like,
Like he respectfully knows his shit.
yeah. So like, and the fact that he was, bro, the whole time. Oh my god. There's a picture of I think in the official CEOtaku Instagram, where there's a picture of Striker, Punk, and Parsa. Wait,
Parsa,
made
yeah.
third place. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the three of them, right? And Striker's holding up the trophy, and then fucking Punk is just there on his phone.
Oh yeah, that's
talking
all.
shit.
Yeah.
That's so
I
dope.
was like, bro, this dude is so fucking funny. Like he's just.
Like he was done.
And the whole time, because Soto showed me his Twitter, he was still talking shit. He was talking shit the whole time. I'm like, bro, this guy.
And then everybody cooked him on Twitter. That's still the funniest thing.
I don't follow him on Twitter, but
You're good. You're good.
But dude, like, oh man, bro,
like, that man immediately tweets after he loses.
bro, every
The disrespect
time.
that
He was on it, man. He was on it.
He wasted no time.
I really did want him to win, man. I'm like, oh man, I know it's gonna piss people off.
Oh no, we like I
Like, no
wanted
offense to
win.
Striker, bro. Striker, you did fucking great, and that even though you were stressing, and I'm sure you wanted to fucking, I'm sure you wanted to turn that into a real life MK tournament after he was laughing at you.
Bro, he
But-
switched modes, and then also he's on player 2.
Hey, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He earned that shit, bro. That shit was well earned.
Yeah, so
but
I'll put on a brakes for a sec. For those who don't know, MK1 has had an ongoing bug where player 1 has a 5-frame advantage, meaning some moves
oh no.
can be more reacted to than player 2. Like you can miss your own shot if you're player 2, but it can be perfect in player 1. They were working on the bug for PC right now, but I think console they got it handled.
And here I thought fucking fighting games would be fucking normal and balanced. I'm so used to FPSs.
Oh, yeah.
Coming into this is like
There's-
I'm hearing shit is like frames this.
You know
I'm like,
damn well FPSs are not that balanced.
no, they're not at all.
No,
so
no,
I'm
no,
so
no,
I'm
no,
so
no, no,
used
no,
to
no.
how fucked FPSs are
Oh, okay.
that hearing a fighting game having bugs is like, what the fuck is this? Why
Oh,
the
yeah.
hell would this have a
Oh, yeah.
bug?
People exploited that, especially and also the damage rate. Like
Yeah.
having Baraka Cyrex, you can do a 60% combo.
That is,
Watching Coach Steve do that shit was so funny.
I'm genuinely surprised that all the Barakas were taken out because
I was
of
actually
how
relieved, I'm
fucking
not gonna
broken.
lie.
And I think they were all using Cyrax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It's a combo extension.
So,
Top 3 was not Baraka's.
thank God. Oh, thank God.
Seeing
Oh,
Havix is still a little bizarre.
Yeah.
No offense to Baraka players. I mean, that's some crazy damage, but like, hey man, you got
And I'm playing story mode, and I just I played as Barak, and I was just like, oh yeah, I see why a lot of people use this character because he's very easy to use.
He's
Yeah.
so cheap. Respectfully cheap.
I'm glad I didn't choose him. I'm glad I went with Johnny Cage.
Yeah, so the funny thing is I love how after the tournament, Parsa and Herb start labbing on how to deal with Baraka Cyrax. They already found how to deal with at least the Cyrax extension. And I kind of
That's good.
I exploit it myself now.
That's good.
After watching them. It was funny as hell. But yeah, overall, that was like the fun 3 days. Like I did not even watch Guilty Gear. Like after I got beat, I went straight to MK as well.
Yeah, MK was the highlight of the entire weekend.
Yeah, I got cooked in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as well. I didn't even play the game.
I didn't bother playing any of it. Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
did
played-
see it. I was like, oh man, like, was it the new one or was it
The new one.
Oh,
Star Battle
okay.
Plus R. Like the cast is really good. It's just like neutral in that game is freaking wonky. It's slow.
Yeah, it looks slow. So
it's
I was
like,
like,
it's like playing Tekken with melatonin. Like it's kind of that slow.
what the fuck?
I know that's the best. That's the best
Fuck
way I can
that
say it.
shit.
I liked it just because of the art design and such.
I mean, it's JoJo,
Yes, it is.
but
What else? What else have I done? I'm trying to think of anything crazy popping up. I mean, I went to a card game shop again. I was pulling TCG packs left and right. And I had to prove my luck sucked, but I lied. My luck is actually really good. Then I played One Piece TCG casually with Echo and some other people.
you guys were on that One Piece thing
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, me and Herb fought each other. He beat my ass for the first time in like a while.
And every time I watched it, I'm like, I do not.
Like,
I
don't
get
understand it, please.
I don't get it, and I don't want to get it. I hate TCG, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't tell Tanara, and I kind of just like where are you guys at? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in cool stuff. She's like, you son of a bitch.
But yeah, CEOtaku was definitely a great event, and as me and AJ said, like we spent majority of our time just on Mortal Kombat 1 because that was like that's our go-to fighting game, and that was the one fighting game where we just want to be proficient at it, and we want to put a lot more time in it because now after the event is done and over with, fast forward now. Hey, now you're back to your regular normal lives, so you're not gonna get as much play time with the game as
Unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, because work and other stuff and whatnot. But at least for the event itself, that hey, we spent as much time with the game as possible, and we end up leveling up. Like
Quite fast too.
Yeah, really fast, and that's one of the beautiful things about going to majors is that. You can definitely level up your game at a major because you're going to be playing against many other different people. You're going to be playing casual sets for however long. Maybe it's like a first to 5, first to 10, first to 20, whatever, or to the point you lose count.
First to death. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you're just trying to learn the game. You're trying to learn how this player plays that character and how you can become effective against that character.
Yeah.
I remember. Myself, I was going up against this one Melina player, and I think you also.
Oh my God! Thank you for bringing that up, bro.
Which
Yeah.
one
That
are you talking
fucker
about?
was
'Cause
pissing me
I thought
off.
Flava was fighting you for some reason.
He was. But there was this one Melina player. He was playing on
That fucker.
he was playing on a leverless Vitrix, leverless Vitrix.
Okay.
And like this dude was not dropping combos.
He wasn't dropping anything, and he didn't even bother teaching you, like
People do be like that.
the matchup. I'm like, I wanted to say something, but I'm like,
Yeah, I was killing time. I played Strive.
all I heard was this. I'm like, oh my God,
That's like me.
I'm
with-
gonna
with
bash
Guilty
your
Gear.
fucking fight stick over your head, bro.
Some people just don't want to teach. They just want to play and get it over with.
Yeah.
Like if you could see that I'm like
They don't care.
a
Yeah.
new fucking player, it's
No
like
mercy.
fucking help me out, like teach me the matchup. Don't just like fucking mollywop me. I even told him I was like, that's kind of crazy. Like I'm trying to figure out how to block this, and he just stayed quiet. I was like,
Yeah, there's people like that in the end.
I'm like, that's when I was like, all right, bro, this is gonna be a real life MK tournament. I swear to God, bro.
No, it definitely does be like that. Where
Yeah.
some people they'll get some casual sets in.
They
and,
won't tell you shit.
and they won't tell you anything. And you can't blame them because some people are not good
At
teachers. They're not good at teaching.
Good at teaching or socializing?
Yeah,
Oh, I
too.
guess.
That too. So
But he definitely didn't look like that.
But that's why it's like it's important. Like you find people that can teach you stuff, so that way just like, all right, here's what you're doing wrong, so on and so forth, or ask questions or whatnot. Because I would ask questions, and if they're not good at explaining it, then it's like okay, then we'll just continue running the set. And I'm just gonna figure out how to counteract your character or whatnot. Because
Yeah.
eventually, I was figuring him out. I had to adjust my style a little bit differently against that player's Melina, and then I ended up taking a round off of him, and then eventually a match. So I was
That's
like,
good
okay,
progress.
I will say he was thoroughly impressed with my punishments. Like whenever he would drop something and I immediately punish it,
yeah,
he would make like like he was impressed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'm not here to fucking impress you, but but thank you at least. And that it reminded me, I'm like, fuck, I really want to do a run back with that Raiden
Yeah.
player. And I don't know, did you guys get his Instagram or
No.
anything?
No.
Or his
most
name or something?
So most fighting game players don't use Instagram as much, which is funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Or Twitter or anything. But
Yeah, Twitter or Discord is usually where you'll find
Yeah.
fighter game
Like
players.
I've added multiple people on Discord, and that's how to keep it.
Yeah,
in touch.
because I'm hoping to run into him again, man. Because I want to run it back. I really do. I have a feeling I can get at least one match.
One
yeah,
match out of him.
At least one match out of him. Like, and that to me would be enough to be like, all right, bro.
I've made it.
I've made it quite far. If I can beat you at least once, then
It's progress.
my confidence would be like, all right, bro. I can definitely cook with Johnny Cage. But
but it's definitely gonna take some time, and
yeah.
That's the beauty of it, is the fact that it's all a learning experience, and you get to learn from a lot of different people. Because online, granted, yeah, you have online ranked or whatnot, but it's just like, once it's done, it's done. Now you get to fight another character or whatnot. But at least when you're at an event like a CEOtaku, these guys are also there for the weekend as well. So y'all can just run sets for as long as y'all want.
Yeah.
And eventually you're going to be so polished to the point where you go online, you're just cleaning house through people, which was what...
Or
what
offline, you're going to be seeing some differences.
yeah, definitely. And when I played online recently this week, this week, which was on Tuesday, I was cleaning people because, hey, they just did not know the matchup, or they don't know how to play against a General Shao. So I was just like, okay, this is easy. So,
Oh my god, MK Online's still the funniest thing, just because of all the offensiveness of a human can come out of that.
yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I haven't. I still haven't played online. I've just been in the lab.
Good. Take your time.
And I've discovered some pretty interesting combos that I was like, oh wow, this is something, especially with Cyrex. But like I said,
Yeah, once you get your pressure, wait till you start. Like, you can use the other player and say, hey, what did they hit me with?
Mhm.
Some people do poke, some people just activate their cameo.
Yeah.
That's what I started doing now. I start poking now.
Like
Yeah.
Serena,
I
you
have
can-
to.
Fun fact about Serena, for those who don't know, you can duck her projectile, and if you're close enough, you can try to poke depending on your character. Like Sub-Zero has like one of the best pokes, so it reaches, hits, and I still get free damage.
yeah, I have to basically. But that's the one thing I can't.
Walk up, grab. Yes. That's my
Yeah,
new thing.
I mean,
I feel called out too.
I forgot who I did it to. Like, I think I did it to one of y'all where I just like walked up and just grabbed you.
Probably AJ.
I was doing it a lot to.
Don't sound like me.
I was doing it a lot to Soto, because he was doing it to me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it to you then.
Oh, so I think I did it to you too.
The whole fucking match, like after that, once we started realizing, yeah, we're just gonna grab each other. Every match after that was just grabbing. He was grabbing me, I was grabbing him, until someone died, and yeah, that was funny. And I fucking hate those grabs, bro, because they're so cheap sometimes. Like you can't even
check out the grab.
like you can't. So,
It's very like that's another thing I need to start practicing, is like learning how to tech grabs, because
Yeah.
I know in MK11 it's either triangle or circle to get out of the grab. Like if they're about
Yeah.
to grab you and you're like mashing triangle or circle, then
at that
it
point,
breaks the grab.
At that point, just match every fucking button you controller, because it's like you never know. Sometimes you don't know.
Oh yeah, you know what I was saying about CEOtaku? How hard those pictures went. They were freaking fire from
Oh, yeah.
both that one.
Oh yeah,
Photography,
everyone
from Dark
yeah,
Ice.
everyone hyped as fuck.
Bro,
Yeah,
we
that
all
was-
look
that was-
fucking good.
That was cool. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Especially the one more round, because the whole desync controller, and we're trying to get Striker to get like at least a free win.
Yeah, but for me,
I have something to say about
yeah,
that too.
that too. So I'll let you say it. But for me as a TO, and of course as a competitor, like if I was in that position to where my opponent's controller desynced, to me, I don't want the free win. Even though it's in the tournament rules, I don't want the free win.
Yeah.
I would not
That's
want.
what happened to Blue a while back, but then they had a run back, and then it was just determined.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, bro, I don't want to win like that, because to me, it's like if I've made it this far, I do not want to make. I don't want to get that win
Yeah.
off of a technicality, because
Yeah, fuck
shit
that.
happens. Like
that.
it happens,
Didn't that happen to that one girl that was playing?
Yeah,
happened to Blue.
Infinity,
Yeah, it happened to her with I don't
Blue
know what the
Linkies.
other guy was playing.
Blue Linkies.
Yeah, that happened. He was getting mad as hell.
Yeah,
Honestly, like
I
if,
thought
he
that
was-
was
he-
so
if
fucking
I,
funny.
If I lose a match because I'm desynced and I get danced on, I'm like, yeah, I would get pissed too.
Yeah.
If I get danced in front of camera, I would be embarrassed. Like,
yeah, but
Yeah, but for me, I would be like, nah, bro. Like, nah, you're going through some controller issues.
yeah.
Let's run it back. Nah, I ain't
And
trying to.
that's what ended up happening.
It happened with a
It happened
was
to
it?
it
With
happened to
Punk, right?
Yes. So they just got a free round instead of a
so
match.
so Punk's controller
Desynced.
disconnected, and then Striker got the win.
He got the win on the round.
No, he got the round
Oh,
win. The round just went to him.
Oh, okay.
So the funniest thing is, he let the time run, but he was doing specials nearby to gain his meter. He was being a little cheap about it.
I mean, but still. know, bro.
Meter is meter.
I don't know, bro.
Yes.
I don't know. I think
But it was entertaining.
at least it wasn't the match. Because if it was the match, hell,
We would have got lit too.
I would have been like, no. I would have started screaming, run that shit back.
No
run that
one-
shit back.
we all look at you
run
like,
that
shut up,
fucking
shut up,
shit.
shut
No, fuck that shit, bro. I wanted Punk to win.
Oh my god.
No offense, Striker. But I wanted him to win. I knew it was going to piss people off. I'm like, oh, piss him off. But
Things happen. Still, I'm definitely glad you went to a major for your first time. Like, we were waiting for this opportunity for months.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Like,
know.
after CEOtaku, our first time, I was like, yeah, we need AJ's bitch ass to get here.
Yeah.
Here's what happened.
Because I was like, yeah, he's definitely going to enjoy this event and whatnot. And even if he didn't compete, you know, he's going to enjoy the event. He's going to enjoy the environment, the atmosphere, and just, you know, take it all in. And lo and behold, you know, that became a reality. And you understand that it's completely different from an actual convention. So
Oh yeah, it's super different. Where like anime cons and party cons are just like socializing, which I love.
Meet
I-
and greets with extra steps.
But with this, it's like everyone's grinding,
Yeah.
focused on like, you know, to get to, you know, to get to top 8, which is really cool, or just to get better in general. So it's definitely a different vibe, and I enjoyed it. You know, both types of conventions are really fun to me. So definitely I'll be going there again next year, and I will compete. I will compete next year and see how far I get.
just make sure you go to your locals too. You know, what I mean,
Oh yeah, no, I want to, of course, you know, finding the time sometimes because fucking work gets in the way. But
oh yeah, definitely.
you know, I definitely want to do it. I don't know about the onlines yet, just because I don't know. Online is a little intimidating, but locals they seem more fun. I feel like with a local, I can keep my cool a lot easier than if I was online. Because I know if I was online, I'd just have my mic muted the whole time because I'd be fucking saying some wild shit.
Like this week, I competed in Tampa Never Sleeps online tournament for MK,
yeah.
and it's not that complicated to be a part of because two of my matches ended up being DQs, so you know that advanced me in the bracket, and then I lost two matches, so you know I went 2-2 in the bracket. Whatever, but the process of how it's structured and organized, it's pretty straightforward. One, of course, it's going to be through Discord, and then the other is through StartGG, where you're going to be communicating with the other player through StartGG, through chat, and then it's like, all right, who's going to send the invite? Are you going to send out the invite, or do I have to send out the invite? Y'all play y'all match, and then, you know, whoever wins, you know, you just confirm the score on StartGG, like, okay, that match went to you.
Yeah.
And if the person does not check in before the match, then hey, it's a DQ, you advance.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So, you know, so if you really want to get more experience, more competition, then I would definitely recommend Tampa Never Sleeps. I believe it's going to be every Thursdays at 8. So I'm going to, you know, try my best to make out to every one of them so that way I can just continue to keep getting that experience. I'll be, of course, competing here at Flynn's on Sundays. I don't have the time to venture out to other places because my work schedule is all over.
Same here.
And, of course, you know, ROK is like an hour and 45-minute drive for me, so I won't be able to.
That's 2 hours for me.
Yeah, so hey, much love to ROK. I may not participate in y'all tournaments because of the drive distance, but eventually I will come to ROK in the future. Best believe on that. And then, of course, Saturdays is, you know, after work, that's usually my personal time. I'm spending with, you know, friends and family and whatnot. So I may not go out to a DK's Battle Lounge. So that my schedule to do other things is like very, very limited and whatnot because I have to balance it with the things that are most important to the things that are not so much important.
Yeah,
and when it comes to, you know, competing and whatnot, I just have to prioritize my days. That's why it's like Thursdays, if I'm not running in no tournaments, I can do TNS, and Sundays I'll be here. And if I'm not here on Sundays, then you already know Herbs and Waluigi end up running the show. So
Yeah, that's true. I'm definitely taking a huge break from Strive because MK is my game. I want to see how far I can go with it.
I'm so fucking glad it's back, dude.
Yeah, I'm not quitting Strive. I'm just taking a long ass hiatus.
Oh yeah,
The game's a whole ass headache.
Yeah. And
yeah. Season 3 is interesting.
Daisuke's vision was a little bit cross-eyed in my opinion, but that's okay.
I missed MK, man. And I'm glad it feels similar to MK9. Like,
Yeah, it feels a little
It
like
feels-
it's a little bit fast like X. I think they simulate certain things from different parts
yeah,
of the game.
it feels familiar. So that's why, I'm very happy with it. Of course, I still wish you had the duos rather than the cameos, because I'm still stuck on that.
Oh my god, there was a guy delusional asking for the same feature.
I want it so fucking bad, dude. But I can see why they decided to remove that, because that shit was broken.
Yes, it is.
You could literally destroy someone flawless easily if you really know like combos with two people. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And that's how I was with Ermac and Noob in MK9. So
Where were you at the pre-launch? No, I'm kidding.
I'm also waiting for Noob. Oh my god, Noob, bro. Hurry. I really hope, really fucking hope that they don't wash the fuck out of Noob when he comes back. I want him to be.
Well, Ermac is first, and then I think Noob is in discussion
Yeah,
because
Isn't Ermac in the combat pack?
yeah,
yeah.
DLC.
And he's also in the story of the game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. I want to finish the story. That's definitely.
Yeah, I'm currently going through it, and I'm like 60% through.
Yeah, I need.
I just hope they cover his face.
Oh my
No.
god, they need to give him like that one really cool skin from MK9. You know which one I'm talking about? The one
Yeah.
with the hood and the mask and the.
Yeah.
That shit went hard, bro. But Ermac. So wait. So if you get the combat pack, you get him immediately.
Yes. Don't buy him individually. It's like $8 to buy somebody. $8 or $9.
I mean,
I-
I'm not gonna use fucking Omni Man.
But if you want to use them for labbing purposes eventually, that's like you'll have no choice.
That yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't mind buying just Ermac.
Because the combat pack I think is like less than what, $20 now?
No, it's $30.
No, it's 40.
40? Get the fuck out. I'm not playing that. Fuck that shit. I'd rather just spend $8 on one.
Yeah, combat pack is $40, and that comes with 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's coming with 6 characters.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
You have your 3 guest characters, and you have like 3 other
Ermac
Mortal Kombat
and
characters.
Shit. What's that?
Quan Chi.
There you go.
Quan Chi, Ermac, Takeda. And then those are your Mortal Kombat characters. And your
Yeah.
guest characters are Omni-Man, Homelander, and that one guy from
Peacekeeper.
DC.
Peacekeeper.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, yeah.
Keeper Maker.
I think it's Peacemaker.
One of the, whatever, bro.
We're butchering this.
Oh, 6 characters, 5 cameos. So yeah.
I
Oh,
feel-
okay. Oh,
I'm-
cameos.
Yeah, so
Yeah, 5 new cameos.
so that's why I say get the combat pack now, so you won't have to buy the cameos as well. Like they kind of put you in an awkward position.
Yeah, I guess.
Because it is Peacemaker. Thank you, Tanar.
Peacemaker. But
Because we don't know if you're gonna have to earn them through invasions or you're gonna have to buy them
Yeah,
separately.
that's
true. Yeah.
They really put you in that awkward spot. So it's better to get it now or wait till there's an NRS sale.
yeah.
True.
Because usually the sales is like maybe a few % off, less than $20.
And that's what I kind of told people, like, hey, if you don't have Mortal Kombat 1 now, wait for a sale. I would say wait for a sale. Unless you're either competing in it or you're running tournaments for it, wait for a sale.
You want to know something that I'm thinking about right now?
Go
What's up?
on.
How interesting it's going to be when Noob comes out with his shadow and a cameo.
There's probably just going to be a little bit of a frame delay.
Yeah.
What I'm
There
thinking
might
is
be.
because if you use Shadow, it'll have to pause for the cameo unless the Shadow has a combo that you can use the cameo.
That's
in.
what I'm saying. Like there's potential there for Noob to be fucking stupid.
But we don't know.
I smell something stupid's going to happen.
I don't know.
When I say I smell something stupid, they're probably going to make another story mode.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe.
the
Yeah.
requirement for Noob to exist is for Scorpion to kill Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting for Kuala Yang to kill his own brother.
Yeah. because Kuai Liang is Scorpion, Bihan is Sub-Zero.
When it was Hanzo Hisashi as Scorpion.
Yeah.
Unless they do some
These are
alternate reality.
entirely new characters then.
Yes.
Like the whole timeline's just like,
Yeah.
it's fucked.
okay.
It's literally just mixed.
Well, but, I mean, they still have some of the same.
Because there's enough time for people to watch the story mode so I can save it. It's on you if you haven't watched the story after like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
The story mode's really fucking dumb.
Don't spoil anything because I'm still going through it.
Yeah,
so
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know anything.
That's why I said I'm like I'm
That's all I can
60% through.
say.
So
It's really just dumb. I'm just gonna say it like that.
like dumb storytelling or just like dumb
The
like
ending, the
cool.
ending, the
Whatever.
It leaves room for more opportunity though, because it does have a nice end scene.
I mean, shit. I mean, it's the first one.
yeah.
Who knows what? the second-
of a new timeline. So.
Yeah, because like,
And I'm like I am getting tired of timelines and multiverses and
It's not
oh,
multiverse anymore. It's just timelines. Is what they
yeah,
call it.
and I'm just like
It's
I'm tired of
Yes,
it.
it is.
yeah, it's not
Don't-
technically a multiverse.
Don't explain physics or time.
I'm not going
to anybody.
to, but like, it's and to be honest, like that whole timeline shit had me fucked up when I found out that Liu Kang was the one that rewrote it, because I'm like, wait,
Because you had to.
what
play,
the fuck happened between 9 and 11? Like,
You
I haven't-
had to play the 11 or watch the 11 story mode in Aftermath.
Yeah.
Okay.
They literally left room for that opportunity.
Yeah, because I have no
And
idea
then
what
they
happened.
still fucked it up.
Yeah.
I have
was
no
that?
idea what happened
I-
after 9.
I have my complaints with Mortal Kombat 11, especially with the story mode, because for me, I said that MK9 and then MKX or MK10 or however you want to call it or whatnot, like they should have continued after MKX. And I think I've said this on the podcast before, like many of times, to where the ending of MKX, they had it set up to where you were gonna have a Dark Raiden, because that
Oh
would've been-
yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
because Raiden defeated Cassie Cage defeated Shinnok, and Raiden took the Jinsei, which ended up corrupting him, and now that could have set up to where Liu Kang, who is the ruler of the Nether Realm, would have to be able to stop and take down a corrupted Raiden, which could have given us, Fire God Liu Kang. But with MK11, they kind of screwed that up, and they introduced Kronika, which I still will say to this day is the worst written villain of all time.
Literally. Because
Worst written villain of
the
all time.
mother of Shinnok is like, oh, hey, my child's
Yeah, to
head
be
is gone. Let me
fair,
restart this shit.
yeah, to be fair, I don't know who the fuck that is, so I'm glad I'm missing out on that.
Just watch some YouTube video compilations. You'll be fine.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and annoying. And then of course, the most common matchup rivalry from earlier Mortal Kombat games, the grand final match between Liu Kang, Shang Tsung. It's like you're seeing it again.
And again.
You're seeing it again, to where it's gonna come down to Liu Kang, Shang Tsung, yet again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot to process.
It is.
But I did like how they set up Aftermath to explain what the hell happened during MK1. So
Yeah.
I wish they at least made Aftermath free for the story mode.
Yeah.
But no, they had to add an extra few bucks. Oh my god, bring back Stryker. Why would you bring back that man?
I think they replaced Stryker with Aaron Black.
And then they didn't replace anybody for Aaron Black. That's probably a Peacemaker's job.
Yeah.
You know,
Like he's gonna be the gunslinger now.
you know who I want to see that I haven't seen in a long time?
Oh,
Boraicho.
Baracho was in X.
He was. Oh, then yeah. I didn't fucking play X.
He
so
was an X, but he could be a cameo for all we know.
I did not play X.
But the funniest thing is, there's a character, like, I'm not going to spoil it, named Madame Bo.
Yeah.
That could be like the descendant of Bo Raicho.
Or just another timeline version.
Most likely like a...
Yeah, madam, the way she was fighting, I'm like, what is that?
I'm like,
I'm like, that looks familiar. But that shit was funny too. That introduction.
that scene
was. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck are you doing, Smoke? You're hitting an old lady.
It's like,
But
you
she
got-
was throwing hands, bro. So I was like,
it's
okay.
like you got hands.
Yeah.
And the guy minding his business, just like
Oh, yeah.
pouring himself a drink.
Rips off an icicle.
Rips off
just
an
pushes-
icicle.
That's just,
Yeah, that was funny. I actually like that.
that man was just
This
chilling.
this storyline, from what I've seen so far, they really like they really did a good job with like
It's creative.
humanizing it more than usual, from
Yeah.
what I remember. Because the last story I played was MK9, and everyone was just like, like fucking NPC versus NPC. But like,
You're gonna have to YouTube MKX storyline and then MK11, so that way you can get caught up.
I have to.
It's easy to catch up. It'll probably take you less than a couple hours.
Yeah, but with this one, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like some of the characters in this one is like, why are you talking like that? Just talk like a normal
Madame
fucking
Bo is
person.
the old lady who's throwing MK. Wait, what?
Oh,
You're joking. You're joking.
I don't know.
That could be a possibility.
I gotta look this up.
But
It sounds like bullshit.
No, it could be possible because I remember because there's an old lady in Mortal Kombat X that you can throw as an interactable.
Wait, really?
But if the other player's health is low and you throw the old lady, it becomes a brutality because the old lady starts wailing on you to the point where she'll kill the other person. No fucking way. Yeah, you have to look that up.
no fucking way. That is so funny. But you know what? I gotta have my degen moment, and I gotta say this.
Go for it.
Whoever made Sindel knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cause God, oh God, she's so fine, bro. Yeah.
No. Her name is Blanche,
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
and she has an ability to brutality, not related to Madame Bo at all.
Okay.
Oh.
Madame Bo is a replacement of Bo Raicho
Yeah.
Well, fuck it.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
because it makes sense because she trained the guys.
Yeah.
Bo Raicho trained Liu Kang as
Liu
well.
Kang and Kung Lao,
Yeah.
and Madame Bo trained Raiden and Kung Lao.
Yeah, that makes sense.
MK1 Sindel. Oh, no.
MK1 Sindel, she's so yes, dude, she's so fucking fine. MK1,
They refined her look, definitely.
bro.
Yes.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm telling you, they knew what they were doing. Same with Katana. Katana's fine, but like Katana's always been hot. But Sindel, mommy as fuck, bro. So MILF, I love MILFs. So like, MILFs.
Yes, we know.
And I think with that, we can go ahead and put our bow on this podcast and, start wrapping it up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the future for whatever we have planned.
Melina is hot again. Melina's
yeah.
always been hot.
Yeah, one of the plans I do want to do for the podcast, and that is I do want to take the podcast mobile, meaning taking it to, instead of, we're doing the podcast here, we like how we did way back in the past where we was like to a
Oh,
con or
man,
whatnot.
that's like 2 years ago. Holy smokes.
Yeah. I'm going to want to start taking it to other places. Like one, of course, is ROK down in Miami. And next year, most likely, it's going to be at CEO. So I'll
Oh
do
my
a
God, that'd be
podcast.
fun.
I'll do a podcast at CEO because with the Daytona Convention Center, I know where I can do it at, and it's usually that hallway that hall corridor where everyone's going to like Jabaliland to or from Jabaliland.
Oh, shit.
I could do it. I can set up there, and then at CEOtaku, I also realized I could do the podcast here, and I could do it in Jabaliland as well. Just find a spot,
Oh
park
my God, dude, you know what'd be funny as heck? If we grab like a hotel, if we grab like the Windheim Hotel or somewhere nearby, like, and it has actual Wi-Fi Ethernet hotel interviews during late night hours. It'd be a bad idea, but it'd be funny at the same time.
Hotel interviews?
I mean, I have a different way because the thing is, yeah, we could stream it, but at the same time, I don't trust hotels' internet because I don't know how strong
Oh,
it is.
pre-recordings.
Even with pre-recording, it would have to be like short, small, because
good points.
Yeah, it would have to be short and small so that way we can get as many people as want. Because if we were to do like full episodes, that's like almost an hour to 2 hours
Oh,
worth.
no. Like just quick shorts.
Yeah, it would have to be quick shorts.
So you got O2. How did that make you feel?
Yeah. I can find ways to be creative with it or whatnot. I've been toying with the idea, but definitely that is something that I do plan to do in 2024, and that is bringing the South Florida Gamers podcast, or to or at least the extent of it to CEO next year, and then of course CEOtaku next year. That is one of my goals. One of my plans is to bring the podcast, bring all the tech stuff that we have to the event, so that way we can, interview people, get people's thoughts about, the tournament, the event, or whatnot. Ask them, fighting game related questions, so on and so forth, and just make something of it. Because I realized at CEOtaku that it is 100% possible, and I can do it at CEO as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's the best OS. Man, you lost to a podcaster. I feel like that's worse than losing to a TO or a commentator.
Nah, losing to a podcaster, that's nothing, because anybody could be a podcaster.
That is true.
Anybody could be a podcaster.
At least not like a furry or cosplayer, and that's just a whole different layer.
Oh God.
A furry cosplayer?
Like just a furry in general.
That's Sonic Fox.
Except if it's not Sonic.
You told me about him.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
That's like one of the quick summaries. Best MK player in the world.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, any closing thoughts, Waluigi?
Closing thoughts. I have none, but AJ, great to finally get you into a fucking major. I'm so
Oh.
proud you actually joined us.
Shit was fun.
Got some games in, interacted with some people, some new faces. And Silver, it was always it was a fucking fun time that we always have. Definitely looking forward to more majors next year.
All right.
Yes, sir.
AJ, your closing thoughts.
It was. I love the venue. I love the area. I'm always gonna love Orlando. I love the energy that people bring. Even though it's a little much at times. The shit was really fucking funny to watch. But it's also, it was cool to watch. My first to be my first major. So definitely want to do it again. Definitely want to come a little more prepared too, and compete next time. And I think that's about it. Yeah.
All right.
What about you?
And with me, as y'all already know, CEOtaku was a great event, fantastic event. I still have that one regret of not staying at Jamili Land on Saturday. That is never going to happen again. So other than that, great event, still an A+ event, 10 out of 10. We'll be there again next year. We'll TO again for next year, and just continue to keep growing, keep doing more things. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to taking the podcast to much further heights than we're currently at now. So I'm excited for the future, for what we have. And with that, hey, thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in. This has been the 85th episode of South Florida Gamers Podcast. And hey, if you're new, go ahead and give us a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, give us a like, give us a follow, and of course, share the stream, share the podcast. Let people know about us, because we have plans to continue to keep doing what we're doing. And of course, we are going to bring this to the majors. So definitely spread the word, let people know about us, and subscribe. Support us if you want, and greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, we are signing out.
Peace.